Obeidallah, the host of the Dean Obeidallah Show, weekdays 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on SiriusXM Progress Radio Channel 127. He's a columnist for CNN, contributor to the New Republic, and he's got an amazing Substack newsletter that's really worth subscribing to. It's Obeidallah.substack.com, and it's titled, Dean of Radio? No, it's the Dean's Report, right, Dean?
The Dean's Report, exactly.
Yeah,
Thanks.
there you go. I'm looking at it, but the logo
newsletter.
didn't print when I printed your newsletter out for some reason. So
When I come on your show, people, because you have a massive audience, and I'm saying that sincerely, of course, people then subscribe to my newsletter, and it's free, of course. So I hope people, and I'm writing more. I've been inspired by you. At first I was doing once a week. I subscribe to your great newsletter, which comes every day. So now I'm up to about 3 articles a week for free for people, and there's no paywall.
cool.
The only thing, if you want to join pay, you can do the monthly meeting. We have a meetup with some special guests, but the rest of that, it's just free, and it's a way to reach people and try to inform them, especially if things the corporate media is just missing. Even though I write for the corporate media, they say no to probably 3 out of my 4 pitches. Yeah. And I'm stuck there with ideas that I think need to be covered. And
Substack is a wonderful, wonderful thing, and you have been doing such a great job with this. And I wanted to talk about the content of a couple of your, Dean reports, Dean's reports. Nicky Haley, this one, just the headline, popped my eyeballs. While Nicky Haley was saying there's no racism in America, a white supremacist was being sentenced for intentionally murdering black Americans. How does this work in the Republican Party where, somebody like Nicky Haley, I've heard, Tim Scott say stuff like this too, where the Republican Party gets people of color to come out and say, yeah, there's no such thing as discrimination in America, or it's not a problem anymore, like John Roberts did when he blew up the Voting Rights Act. How does that work?
Well, for different people, different ways. For people who are of color, Nicky Haley or Tim Scott, it's their bargain to move up in a white nationalist party, because the GOP now is an openly white nationalist party. It's team white. We know that. Years ago, maybe you could say that wasn't their core operating principle. Now their DNA is that. There's no denying it. Plus fascism, because they've embraced violence. But there's Nicky Haley last week literally kicking off her campaign, saying racism in America is over, slamming Joe Biden for saying America's a racist country. He never said that, but she lied and said he did. But 700 miles to the north, there's in a courtroom in New York, where I live in upstate New York, there is a white supremacist pleading guilty for the horrific white supremacist terrorist attack he committed last May in Buffalo in a supermarket. And he was pleading guilty, saying, I killed these people because they were black.